All right, 12 acres in the Ozarks, quietly nestled between the Rocky Creek Conservation Area on the east, here to the right, and to the west we have the Jacks Fork River and the Ozark Scenic Riverways, Ozark National Scenic Riverways. Let's zoom out a little bit because it's labeled. It should tell us. The Ozark National Scenic Riverway. Yep. So the purple area is the Scenic Riverway, which encompasses the land around the Jacks Fork River, and I believe the Current River as it runs, as the Jacks Fork meets up with the Current. To the east, the Rocky Creek Conservation Area, which is like 10,000 acres of land. This particular section that is right next to the property is about 3,000 acres. So either way you go, you've got thousands of acres of public land to kind of enjoy and use. And Chalk Bluff right here is beautiful. It's a huge bluff that overlooks the Jacks Fork River. Um, I don't go too close to the edge because I don't like that stuff, but I do like the view from about 30 feet back. It's pretty awesome. So let's jump in on the property here. Okay, so we've got a nice big tract here. The whole northeast side borders the main easement road in the Chalk Bluff area here, as you can see, several hundred feet of frontage on the easement road. And then it goes down to the southwest, and on the southwest end, it actually borders, whoops, what happened there? What are we doing? Borders a little gravel creek bed, indicated by the blue line here. We'll switch to the topo map in a second. Well, let's just do that now. Okay, so there we go. So the topo map is showing the trails and roads in the area. The easement road is still this yellow line. So, I mean, this property sits nicely. You've got a large flat area up here on the northeast side by the easement road, easily large enough to get back from the road and still build and have a yard and whatnot if you wanted a flat building area. It then slopes down gently toward basically a valley area, which goes southwesterly through the property. We haven't explored any of it. We've walked in as far as maybe 100 feet from the road. That's all we've seen, other than we did do a drone video, and you can check the listing for that as well. But as you go to the southwest, eventually you meet up with this little gravel creek bed, and it's going to be a seasonal creek. We really haven't explored it at all, but generally with topography like this, it would not surprise me a bit if there was a spring in here somewhere, some type of natural spring. Now, I'm a little reticent to say that because we haven't explored it, we don't know, but every time I find a good spring, it's with topography like this, because you have underground channels basically that are going to be converging in this valley area. So go check it out. If you find a spring, then awesome, good job. If you don't, then so be it. But good setup for that. Also a good setup if you wanted to create a large pond or a lake. This looks like it wouldn't be too bad to maybe put a dam right in here, and then you could back up quite a bit of water going back here. So possibility for that as well. Okay, let's back out here. Actually, no, I want to go back to the aerial because I want to have a look at this. So this is the MapRight program I'm using, and it's based on different aerial maps. It's pulling from the Google map right now. So all the tracks at Chalk Bluff were logged within the last 3 to 4 years, some heavily, some not so heavily. On this aerial, it looks like this piece was heavily logged, and this track next to it wasn't logged at all. But this aerial is several years old. So the reality is, since then, this particular track next to the property was logged very heavily. And this track that we're looking at, which wasn't logged as heavily, has also had several years worth of growth. So when you look at the drone video, it'll be kind of reversed from this map in that this 12 acres looks pretty good, and this property right here looks almost like a clear cut. In fact, they might have been preparing to turn that into pasture. We're not sure about that. But just something to keep in mind when you watch the drone video, that this tract actually looks pretty good. It's this stuff over here that was recently logged and very heavily as well. But zipping out a little bit, let's do this. Let's get the route to the property. And you'll definitely want to print out all these maps. We can definitely also send you this interactive map. Actually, it'll come from MapRight, an email from MapRight. And all you need to do is get the free app on your phone, open the email on your phone, click on the link in the email from MapRight, and it will ask, do you want to open this within the app or the browser on your phone? And you'll say you want to open it within the app, because then not only will you have this map, but you'll have a blue dot So instead of my little hand here, you'll have a blue dot indicating exactly where you are, or where your phone is, I guess. So as you're coming off the highway, you'll just have a little blue dot, and you can say, oh, do I turn there? No, I go straight. Here we go. It's a great way to get to the property, and it's a great way to explore the property because you'll have the boundary marked in red and the blue dot to indicate where you are, so you can tell just really precisely what's going on. It's great. So anyway, zoom out one more time. Okay, so up here on the upper right, we've got the town of Eminence. If you happen to be coming from Eminence, you would go west on Highway 106, and then go south on Highway E for about a mile. Then you'll go west on County Road 412, and that's where the gravel begins. There's a lot of gravel to get to this property. Follow 412 down for, I believe, about 3 miles, 4 miles, and you'll get into the Rocky Creek Conservation Area. So still a gravel road, but now it's a forest road, so a little more narrow, and you have to slow down quite a bit. Follow that forest road. There are a lot of offshoots that aren't shown on the map that kind of stay on the main forest road all the way to the west until you get right into the Chalk Bluff area. And then look for the signs for the tract that you'll see on the left there. Let's go to the street map. That's probably what we should have used in the first place for that, but I think this will work out. As we zoom out even more, here's the property in the center. So this colored land in the area, this is all public land. The light blue generally indicates like a state forest or conservation area. The purple indicates the Ozark National Scenic Riverway. So this is the Jack's Fork. Up here, I believe, is the Current River. And the green, the light green, is the Mark Twain National Forest. So as we zoom out even more, I mean, there is a ton of public land in this area. We're talking tens of thousands of acres, which is why the Ozarks is so well known for hunting and recreation. So in addition to having your private tract, you can explore and canoe and kayak and hike and all that good stuff on the thousands of acres of public land. As we zip out just a little more, okay. So here on the left, we've got Springfield, Missouri, largest city in southern Missouri. That's where our office is. If we were going to the property, we would take Highway 60 to the east for about an hour and a half. We would pass Mountain View, which does have a Walmart. We'd pass the little town of Birch Tree, and then we go north on Highway E for like 10 or 12 miles, and then west on County Road 412, which is where the gravel begins to get to the property. So check us out at InstantAcres.com. If the property is still available, then you'll see it on our website in the over 10 acres category. If it's not on the site or if it's marked as sold, then unfortunately it is sold. But get a hold of us. Let us know what you're looking for. We try to get new stuff all the time. It's hard to find good tracks, but we're doing our best for you. You can call us in the office or you can email us at sales@instantacres.com.